So thank you very much, Hamza, for coming. So the
No.
idea of today is to, of course, it's a fun, so it's to organize a competition INSEAD against LBS. Okay. Now, why have we decided to do so? There are not that many people, by the way, only 14. Why have we decided to do so? Is because, according to me, these two schools are somehow equivalent. Okay, in that they are the top two, definitely the top two best business schools in Europe. Okay, you know, there is a sort of League One in which you have LBS INSEAD, and then you have a League Two with an intermediary league with HEC and LBS, at least on the MBA level. And probably we are going to find this structuration of the market very soon in the MIM market. Okay, so basically these two programs are basically offered by the top two best business schools in Europe. They are one-year programs. Okay, there's a lot of similarity. They are pretty young. Huh? The LBS program was created like 11 years ago. INSEAD 1 year and a half ago. Okay, and basically they are both given by very international institutions. Okay, Mario, are you with us now? She's with us. Okay. Well, basically, the idea would be that we assess the two. Okay, to see what we're seeing, what we have in mind. Okay. Now, basically, according to you, Hamza, why is INSEAD the best, academically the best? Why do you say INSEAD? For me, there is no comparison. In the INSEAD MIM is academically the best program. Academically,
I can say why it's a really good program. Like I've been in it like for the past 3 months. We've done practical and courses for the first period. We just finished the first period. We did data analysis, financial accounting, and marketing. It was intense courses. The professors were really good. They were one of the best I've been at Imperial. I think they're at that level, if not better. To be honest, they're really good. They offer us time after lectures, and they're the classes are very interactive. We have discussions in class, and then other than the educational part, let's say, there's the practical part. We did a marketing project, 2-week marketing practicals. We were able, for my team, we were able to work with Cartier, which is a leading. Everyone knows, I guess a lot of people know Cartier. And we were able to work with such a brand, and I think that shows the level you get at INSEAD.
Attends, alors where's Marion? I don't know, where's Marion? So basically, where is she?
Yeah, and we just started also machine learning and optimization, which is a really interesting course. We were taking also valuation and applied microeconomics, and we're gonna have a practical. So we have five periods. We get first to do the educational learning part, and then we do a practical, which you team up with a leading company or a big company or good companies, let's say, and then you do a practical 2-week period.
Basically, from what I understand, what people like a lot are waiting Marion because she cannot connect. She's in the waiting room. I don't know where's Marion. I don't know where she is. Of course, it's the time when you have a direct scene. Alors, basically, from what I understand, what people like, so what people like about INSEAD is basically, I would say, the structure of the program, the quality of the teachers,
that's just
the fact that they have implemented a lot of IT classes, machine learning, programming, or etc., which is not new for you because I'm sure that
Yeah.
you're not learning that much. Okay. Attends, sorry, I need to first when you work with sorry, attends, wait a second. Can you keep going as well? Where INSEAD seems to
Yeah,
be
so
so
you were telling
difficult
me.
my team. Attends, wait a
Yeah,
second.
so you're telling me even about like even the machine learning for me is actually helpful. Like even if I have an engineering background, like the professor we have, like Professor Georgina, she's really like she makes it more interactive. We're learning like I'm learning a lot about machine learning because I've never done machine learning before. It's like a different than what we do in engineering. So I believe like the academic part is really great. But even if you look, like it's not just about the academic experience at INSEAD. Like we get to meet people from all over the world. It's really international. Like you kind of get to meet everyone. Like we're 130 students. I'm pretty sure I met at least 100 people I know well from the 130, and we're getting to know more as we go along. And then the professors, we have also a great career service.
Okay.
They
So, but that's something we will come. So basically, so you see where INSEAD stands. Okay.
yeah
Now I'm trying to, but I have the feeling that the girl in charge of events, she doesn't want me to run my event the way I need, obviously. Okay, she has decided to make my life impossible. So, the second thing that I would like to ask you, and then we'll ask Marion, for the second thing is that, so in terms of career support, okay.
yeah
Uh, so we are going to ask. So Marion has come. Okay, Marion, are you with us? Marion. Okay. Bon. So let's continue. Huh? Marion,
Ah, hello.
can you talk, Marion? Yeah. So basically, the first question. So it's a sort of competition. It's a fair competition between LBS and INSEAD. So we're asking Hamze, why you believe that INSEAD is academically outstanding and from far the best MIM that you can expect. According to you, what makes the academically LBS the best possible MIM?
So academically, so first of all, LBS, like it's the quality of the teacher and all the learning you receive. All you have teachers who like also where we used to be teachers at Harvard, and they all have like PhD. So you have like key learnings. Then you have lots. It's like academically speaking, you have all of the core courses and all of like the work you start by learning and all of the theoretical learning, and after you can apply it in team groups with your groups, and you also have like a lot of workshops. So
Okay, so that's basically what you believe. Okay, so we could say so same thing probably. So they are probably equal. So outstanding teachers. Of course, the number of the teachers is up to date. But probably I would say that INSEAD has probably more IT courses than LBS. Did you have like IT courses, machine learning, programming, all that? Did you have all that at LBS?
we had like 2 courses on R to learn how to program. It's called data analytics, and after during elective you can choose machine learning, all of the programming with Python if you want. But like the specificity is that LBS has another programs called MIM, which is really it's a master in management and analytics, which is really data analytics centered.
Okay. Then in terms of the structure of the program, why do you find that the structure of the program offered by INSEAD, so you have like 6 periods, P0 to P5, is really the best possible that you can develop in an MIM, Hamze. You finished, by the way, you finished P0 and P1 already. You're going to attack P2. Huh?
yeah we
Okay.
just
And also, yeah, okay, go ahead.
yeah so the structure is basically we finish like we do 3 modules per period. It's like intensive. You have like 3 classes per day, 1 hour and a half, and then it's a 5 weeks, and then you have finals. And then you get to do the practicals. At the same time, during the period, you do cases with your groups with that. For me, to be honest, I feel because like there's a lot to cover, it's good to focus like on 3 subjects, then apply them with companies. Like as I just told you before, like we're able to work with like for the marketing with Cartier and that. So we do the learning part, and then we do the practical for 2 weeks, which I find like nice because you get to learn and then immediately like apply it, and then you start new stuff. So for a master's program, which is really intense, I like this style, like where there's different periods.
Okay, so basically, it's true that in terms of structure, it's not bad because INSEAD has a 2-month preparation program called P0, and then you have 5 terms. So in each term you have the thing. So in each term has a purpose. Okay, Marion, how is the program structured at LBS, and why do you think it's the best possible to implement in MIM?
I think the program is structured quite in the same way as the one at INSEAD. Basically, we have quarters. So before starting the program, you have all pre-courses to have all of the basic requirements in finance, accounting, and data analytics, like in statistics. And after you have like it's by quarter. So you have like in each quarter you have like 4 or 5 classes, so you can focus, and it's like 3 months, and every 3 months it's changing, and you have like in each course you have all of the classic teaching in class, and after you have all of the cases to do with your group and team projects, and you also have individual assignments to apply all of this learning.
So basically, it is very difficult for me to distinguish. So I don't know what the others feel today, but it seems that academically, the structure is pretty the same. Maybe INSEAD on the international aspect will make a difference. Okay, so what do you think that to develop your international mindset, INSEAD is the best one, Hamza?
Like I don't know, but what I know, like from my experience currently, like
from your own point of view,
the experience, like I can say it's a really diverse experience, as in like each group has an engine, like both educational and like experience, international experience. Like everyone here is like experience-wise diverse, and they lived, like most people come from different international experience, as in countries like I'm not sure the number of countries, but like in my home group we have like five nationalities, and then we also have different educational. One of 2 are engineers, one is business, one is finance, one I think is economics. Like we have different perspectives, both like and then nationalities. One is from Australia, one from Malta, one from India, I'm from Jordan, and then one from Singapore. So we're really like the whole class. This is, if you take it on a scale, it's the same for the whole class. And then so like the experience is really international. Like I've been in Imperial. It's been international, but it's not the same way as here. They try like the groups are international. The whole thing, like we all get to meet, we all get to discuss stuff, like to do stuff together. So we actually interact a lot, and we all get the chance to like participate, to show like and learn from other experiences, like other international experiences.
Okay, so that's what you believe.
Yeah.
You Marion. So international life in Singapore, in Fontainebleau, knowing that the second part of the program will be in Singapore. So basically, I would say that INSEAD is international because of the number of nationalities, because of the campuses. That's the thing. But at the same time, you live in Fontainebleau, which is not the most international city in the world. But at the same time, okay, Marion is laughing. So basically, according to you, LBS the most international MIM that you can bring about?
Actually, like
it has to be, yeah, it has to be. Yeah, why and why?
In terms of diversity, so you have lots of diversity from backgrounds, but also from like nationality. I don't have like the statistic. I don't know how many nationalities are like representing, but you have people coming from Azerbaijan, some other from Moldova, lots of Indian, Chinese, European. It's really diverse, and what they try to do is to mix between study groups, nationality. So you are sure like people mix with each other, and doesn't say with stay only with like all the Italians together, all the French together, which is they force you a little bit to have this mix. And but so it's really a great experience. In my study group, it was like one guy was Chinese, another one was Indian, one Russian, one Portuguese, and I was French, which is like really diverse. So you have this diversity of nationality, which bring in international experience, but also in terms of backgrounds, because people were studying art, history, engineering, some management, some business administration before. So it's really quite like you learn a lot from your peers.
Okay. So basically, what I would say is that it's difficult to say because, of course, in terms of nationalities of professors, it's not the same. At the same time, of course, it's in London, which is, of course, the most international city in Europe. Okay, and you lived in London, Amze.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to say, because I would say that in terms of location, it's very international. Of course, London is more international than LBS, than Fontainebleau. At the same time, at INSEAD, you have the possibility to study both in Europe and in Asia, and that is a big plus. Okay. By the way, Marion, we wanted to apply to INSEAD, but we did not do it because you thought that it would be it would be like a repeat. No, why didn't we apply together? You remember? I forgot why.
Because I wanted to leave France and I wanted to go abroad.
Yeah. But of course, you Hamza is from Jordan. He spent 4 years in London. So for him, coming to Fontainebleau and then seeing Fontainebleau in Singapore was a big plus. You agree? And you, Hamza, you didn't want to come back to London. Okay, you wanted to experience something else. Okay. In terms of campus life, okay, it's difficult to compare. So what could we say? According to you, why is INSEAD really a vibrant campus life? What makes it? What is it the place to be if you want to experience a vibrant campus life?
Like it's basically like that the city is small, so it's mainly like you have to live like the campus life everywhere. Like you see MIMs and MBAs around. Like it's a small city. I'm not gonna say it's you can't compare it to London at all. It's there's no comparison Fontainebleau to London, but that can be like there is like advantages and disadvantages. The advantages is like because it's small, you end up going out a lot with like everyone and seeing everyone, and then we end up hanging out in each other places. We go like it's more of a you live more of the university experience more than the city experience. But yeah, it's not that big of a city. It's maybe the only negative, let's say, is the city. It isn't that appealing, but then I like it. I don't mind, to be honest. And then we like in the campus in itself, like we get to meet the MBAs. Because we take classes in the same building, we do activities together. The clubs are together, and so it's nice that we get to meet. Like we get to interact more with the MBAs and with the professor.
Basically, you would say it's a bit like Tuck or Yale type of schools in the US, where basically, or versus NYU and Columbia, where basically you develop campus life, so you have more room for campus life because there is nothing to do outside the campus. When you're in London, of course, you're not going to limit the LBS experience to London. Okay. So what was your experience? Why, according to you, was London the place where you wanted to study and not INSEAD? Because regarding this aspect, for instance.
Like, of course, London, it's a really good city and you can meet lots of people outside. After, I think my experience was a little bit different than you because it was like I went last year to London. It was in the middle of COVID, so we were basically only going out together with LBS people. All the club activities were only with LBS people, and I didn't meet like many people outside of this bubble. So it was like quite like a campus life concerning the club. Concerning the clubs, last year everything was online, so it was a little bit special, but you have like many clubs, and as you can like create like meet lots of MBAs, you're with them, you organize events together, do all of the activities together. And you also, like, in terms of mixing programs, you have all of the electives where like basically all of the programs are mixed. So basically you have classes and you can be in the same study group with like MBAs, executive MBAs, loans, and also MAM, MFA, which is like a really diverse cohort, and people like you are with people who are like serial entrepreneurs who created like 5 companies, and you are just like finishing your studies. So it's quite interesting experience.
Okay, so yes, so MZ recognize that probably, but you can't wait to be in Singapore. Maybe in Singapore it will be completely different. So that's why maybe starting the first 4 months in a country where there's not, in a city where there's not much to do, and then enjoying life after that when you have the elective and the job search in Singapore is not a bad thing. Okay. By the way, don't forget, Marion, that it will be in January. You have a nice time in January, because January is still a nice time in Singapore when you are freezing in the cold in London. It's not the same weather, Singapore, and but at the same time, it's true that in terms of international exposure, plus Singapore, even in terms of international exposure, cannot be compared to London. Huh? Okay.
But
yeah,
compared to this Asian experience, you have like the traditional MIM that is 1 year, and you have another programs called the GMIM. Basically, you do the first year of the Master in Management in London, and the second year you are like in Fudan in the Chinese school in Shanghai. So you have like a double degree between Fudan and LBS, and you can apply to. It's so you can go to Asia and do like a cross degrees between like Asia and the UK. But it's another program. It's you do the first year from the MIM and the second year from Fudan.
Okay.
But you need to apply for it.
Yeah, you need to apply for. Yes, I noticed from my other student who got accepted. Remember what was the name? Jan Wittmeyer. She got accepted to that program, and she decided to go to Bocconi instead because it was a 2-year program. And okay, now last one. In terms of, there are 2 more ones. In terms of career center, according to you, why is the INSEAD Care Center the best care center among all the MIMs, Hamza?
I don't know if it's different to other places, but in INSEAD we're using the same career center that the MBAs use. So like you can it's not I know it's a new program, but the career center is this exact same one that the MBAs use. We get the same career coaches, we get the same sessions. We have the resources, like INSEAD has the resources to give us the best career advice, help us find jobs and everything. And then for now, for me till now, it's been really helpful. Like I've done a lot of sessions with my coach. Like for me, I kind of still want to do consulting. I'm not sure, but like I had discussions with my career coach where they helped me to look into different industries like business development, and I was able to. They connected me with the MBAs, and then we got someone from last year's MIM to be our let's say someone to guide me. They give you at the first day someone from the MIM last year's to contact them, and then they help you. And then for consulting, I got someone also from the MBA from the region I want to work in the Middle East to contact and help me. So I think all the resources are available at INSEAD. Like we basically have the MBA's resources, so I don't think we have a problem in the career here.
Well, LBS, they also have that. So what was the support of the care center, Marion? Was it why, according to you, it's the best one that you can? Plus, you have 2, and you have ESSEC and you have LBS, so you have 2 care centers to support you. So according to you, why it's a very, very strong, very professional, very convincing care center? Tell me.
So concerning the career center, it's quite the same as what Amza was saying. Basically, it's the same career centers for all the programs, whatever it's MIM, MBAs. So you have all the resources. So you have like career session with like a career coach to guide you, to help you to find your path, and also to coach you. After you have like specialized session with like IB professional, if you want to go to IB, or consulting professional. And you also have like the peer leader session. Basically, it's cross programs, so you can have like interaction with MBAs in the sectors and take appointments with them. And you have a lot of like workshop, basically like workshop organized for like case preparation, interview preparation, also like IB interview. It depends, or in tech if you want to go to tech or to FMCG. So it's another strength. And concerning after, I think it's also you have lots of support through the clubs. It's like for the clubs, you have a lot like in the consulting club, you can just like prepare a lot, like find and you have lots of like all of like the preparation book. We have access to all, the one for Harvard, the one from all, basically all the business school, plus like a digital version for IB. It's exactly the same. We have like access to the Wall Street Oasis and all of this preparation resources.
Okay, so basically it's very difficult to distinguish the two, and people have to understand that in these two schools you get the support from the students, okay, current students, older students like the MBAs, the PhD students, the students from the clubs, okay, well also peers, also, and of course the support of a coach and a care center. Did you have a personal coach, Marion, when you were at LBS to
Yes.
follow you? Yeah, as well. Difficult not to distinguish, huh? Okay. In terms of network, how do you feel with the network? It's true that it's something that INSEAD sells a lot. They say we have an incredible network. It seems that LBS being a smaller business school, the network may be not as strong and as efficient. Where do you believe that, Marion, that the INSEAD network, that the LBS network is really incomparable compared to the other networks?
Yeah, I think like in the network at INSEAD, it's much more big. It's much bigger. There is no doubt, because there is many more, there is more alumni. But like LBS, it's quite growing a lot since a few years with many students. Like so, and people are really like, I think it's the same at INSEAD, to be honest. But like when you contact people or alumni on LinkedIn, say actually no one never answer me. I always get an insert.
Okay, so it's strong network. But and the other thing, how big is the network, for instance, in France, Marion? Is it a strong network?
It is, but I think the LBS, like basically, I went to ISEC before, and ISEC it's a business school, but you have like really less a spirit of community. Like at LBS, you belong to the LBS community, so people really want to help each other, and that's, I think, like the network effect were really more important.
Okay, so that's what you believe. I'm saying INSEAD really the best network among all the MIM programs.
To be honest, like I've reached out to consulting people in like Middle East and McKinsey and Bain, and like they've all replied to me. They've all helped. Like I haven't faced any problems like in regard to networking. Like whoever I reach out, they're helpful. They advise me to do what to do. They tell me what to, like, how to do it. They're helpful. Like everyone has been helpful. Like at least in the Middle East, I was capable of finding basically people wherever I want to work. So it was easy for me in the Middle East, INSEAD. Like I think there's a lot of MBAs from INSEAD in the Middle East. Like for me,
like there are a lot of London Business School as well. Probably.
I don't know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
So basically, you have the thing that you're going to go back to the Middle East. Probably you go to Dubai, most likely. Plus you speak Arabic, so it's a big asset that you have.
Yeah.
And you have the thing that, but even in the Middle East, you can find you have the network, you have the right interlocutors in whatever company you want to apply. I'm sure that, by the way, someone like you, and there you get Bain, McKinsey, or the BCG.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's one. In terms of financial support, of cost and financial support. So of course, I don't want to go too deep into that. So you yourself, Marion, you finance the program on your own.
Yeah.
what can student what is the price that maybe you found is the drawback of being in London is a bit expensive. What could you say about the price of the program and the financial support that you could expect to get?
Okay, so for sure, like the program, it's a really expensive one when you compare it to Bocconi. The only thing, it's 1 year instead of 2 years. So basically, it's like all the costs are only like concentrated in 1 year. You can have scholarships. So you have two types of scholarships awarded by LBS, but also scholarship are awarded by sponsors. And you cannot apply for them. You are automatically selected, and it's like merit based. It's based on merits. If you have really strong resume, really strong GMAT, you can have like a scholarship. So by having like a strong GMAT and doing good internship before, it can really help you, and the program costs cost less.
Yes, of course. So basically, you have to see that, and I will say that knowing I can check what's going on. They give scholarships to minorities. I think that if you're African, they tend to promote minorities. No, you don't think so, Marion?
Yes.
What I can see, yeah.
And
And
but
they are
not only I have a few friends. One of my best friend from France, she went to Dauphine before. She had like a 50% scholarship, and it's she didn't belong to minority. She just had like good grades, strong GMAT, and strong resume, and so she was awarded one. It's just like, I think it's more like you have like a few special minority scholarship, but most of them are more merit based.
okay. And it's true that I can hear that there are lots of students from a lot of LBS students who receive scholarships. It seems that so the price of the prime MZ inside the prime is expensive, especially because you have to live between two countries, and probably the and Singapore is not cheap. And also, so how did you find? What could you say about the price of the program and the type of support that you can expect to get from INSEAD? What could you tell us?
Like I don't know the details, to be honest, about this part, but I know like there is scholarships. You can apply to scholarships at INSEAD. There's like they do choose, like they give you also they give scholarships like to people like I received the diversity scholarship. Like they do give scholarships automatically, like the ones they select, the same as what Marian said in LBS. And I know there are programs where you can apply, like there is a merit based, I think, and there's financial based scholarships you can apply to. And then also there's you can, on their website they have a place where you can apply for sponsorships. So there is those. It is expensive, but like Fontainebleau is cheap compared to London. I know that, but then the Singapore is gonna be more expensive. But Singapore is 4 months, and Fontainebleau is 6 months. So like it's not it's let's I'm not sure if I think it's overall gonna be the same as London because of with the flights, with that, or maybe less. But but I'm not sure exactly.
At the same time, it's not the same experience. So basically, before we vote, basically, okay, we cannot really vote, but I would like to get your feedback. So, for instance, I don't know, who can we ask? Marco. Marco, I see you attend our seminar, Marco. So, what do you want to say? What would you say? Are you more convinced by INSEAD or by LBS, and why? Marco? Yes? You like them both. He doesn't want to talk. Okay, so you like them both. So there's not one that is better than the other. You cannot speak. So Matteo. So there's Matteo Zanini. What would you say, Matteo? Which one do you find most convincing? No. I don't know. What can we say? I don't know. Anushka Didvedi. You have to. Which one seems to be the most convincing for you? Hello, Matteo?
Oh, hello. Am I audible?
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You're audible, Anushka. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I still have to do a lot of research, but after today's session, I like them both.
Yeah. You like them both, okay? So from the session, will you apply to these two?
Yeah, sir, definitely.
Okay, so you're fine to. And what is your GMAT score? Because you need a good GMAT score to get accepted today, huh? What is your GMAT score?
Sir, actually, I have to start preparing for GMAT, and I'll be start preparing from December. So this will be my first attempt.
Okay, and you want to start in September 2022?
Sir, December 2021
No, but when you want to
preparation
start the program, you want to join in
program after
September.
23. After
Okay, so
23.
you still have time, huh? Because of course,
Yeah.
start to prepare the GMAT in December, it would be a bit too late. Yes, Marco was asking about GMAT, so you need above 700 today, huh, to get into schools. For instance, Matteo did not reply. I don't know. Darshan Raval. What do you say, Darshan Raval? Which one convinced you most? Which one did you find the most convincing? Hello?
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would like go with INSEAD because I have been fortunate enough to work with INSEAD alumni since past few years. So
Okay.
I know what kind of culture do they hold, and the global network is really strong of the INSEAD. Even in India, in the major corporation, the corporations headed by INSEAD alumni more than the LBS. So LBS is much like more like I think like NCR have a good global reach and also earns a better reputation in terms of the for the social impact consulting space.
Okay. It is true that so some people so who believe that INSEAD is better, that LBS is better than INSEAD? You believe so? Fegali Orlana, what do you think? Do you think that LBS is better than INSEAD, Fegali? Hello? Fegali? Fegali? I don't know. I don't know. Fegali? Hello? She doesn't want to talk. I don't know. Anushka, she spoke.
I have a question, if possible,
Yeah.
can I ask?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I have interacted with Hamza before as well, I think. So thank you for the opportunity. So I wanted to ask that if I already have like an access to the global NCR alumni base, so like and if I look forward to like do an MBA maybe around 3 to 4 years afterwards, and I already have a strong access to the global NCR alumni as of now. So should I like go ahead with the MIM programs?
I understand your question. Tell me, Darshan, are you done with your studies? Are you eligible for an MIM? Are you done?
Yeah, I have done with my studies last year. So I finished my grad.
The fact is, yes, I can
Commitments I
tell you,
wasn't able
Darshan, but
to do.
the fact is that having access to the INSEAD network, it's one thing, but of course, it's not the same thing as being able to talk to INSEAD graduate and being yourself a graduate from INSEAD. Huh? It's not the same thing. You may have phone numbers of some INSEAD graduates, but if yourself you're not an INSEAD graduate, it's not the same thing. Okay, you cannot compare. Okay, you cannot say, I know INSEAD, please can you give me a job? So if you say I'm an INSEAD graduate, can I talk to you? It will be, of course, a different story. Huh? Okay. I don't know. Maniac, Kulkami, what do you think? Which one is best for you? Hello? Maniac? Okay. So basically, well, it was nice to have you both, Marion. Marion, so what is your situation now? So you work in investment banking in an M&A boutique, from what I understand? Yeah. It's your dream job.
Yeah, I'm working like in the M&M boutique, specialized in tech and consumer in Paris.
Okay, so that's your dream job. So basically, so it's a first step into IB, and you're going to build your career in this field. Yes.
Yeah, I would
M&A
want to
boutique.
stay into tech.
That's really what you want, okay? And you, Hamza, you're talking to management consulting firm now? Yes, are you?
Yeah, for now, yeah, but I'm looking into other options as well. Like I'm applying to consulting Middle East, but I'm looking into other things because I'm still not 100% sure. Like if
Well, consulting is a good way to start, okay, and then after that you can do something else. It's always good to have, if you can put on your resume INSEAD and the BCG, it helps. Huh? You agree? It's good to have these names. You build up your career that way. Okay.
yes, true.
Okay. So, it was nice to talk to you and to see you as usual. I'm there. We are regularly in contact. Marion as well. So yesterday was a big day for us because it's the first time in history where we got 100% students accepted to Columbia MBA. So we had 8 students accepted, and the score was ranging between 720 and 740. Okay, it was I was very impressed because 100% at Columbia, it's an achievement, I believe. Okay, it's a difficult school to get. So thank you very much. So according to me, my conclusion, if I'm somehow the referee, I would say that academically the schools are even. Okay, there's not one that is better than the other. In terms of structure of the program, well, but they have different structure, but some people prefer the quarter format, others the P1, P5, and the period at INSEAD. I don't have any preference. In terms of international exposure, it's true that INSEAD is probably more international in that you have maybe more nationalities, you have 2 campuses, but at the same time, London adds up. Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of maybe life on campus, probably not so much the London campus, because the LBS campus is pretty small. But of course, you cannot compare Singapore or Fontainebleau to London. Probably on that respect, INSEAD LBS will win. In terms of care center, they are both very good. Anyway, as you know, the care center will help you, but it's also up to you to do. In terms of network, probably INSEAD has a better network than LBS because INSEAD is a bigger school. They have how can I say? Because they have many more MBA and master students than INSEAD has. And in terms of price, they are both super expensive. I would say that probably I've heard, of course, I don't know the story, I'm not an insider, but that from what I see, LBS is more generous and INSEAD seems to collect a lot of scholarship, but they don't really give scholarship. INSEAD, I see on LinkedIn, I see a lot of students saying, thank you, LBS, I received a scholarship. I've never read in my life someone who said I got a scholarship from INSEAD. So probably they are, but it's not as
I actually received the diversity scholarship. Like that's why I received the diversity scholarship. Like,
and how much is it? 10%, 20%? How much is it?
10%, I think.
10%. Okay,
Yeah.
well, but it's good. Of course, I'm there, and I'm sure you're university. But and you're right to say that. But I've seen that it seems. I read many more students saying I received, in the media, whatever. I've never. By the way, you should have advertised that, Hamza. It's good for the school because maybe people see it's so expensive, and if they see I receive scholarships, so you should mention. By the way, this type of thing. I should mention.
Oh, yeah. I don't post anything on LinkedIn. That's why I should.
Yeah, you should. But you should. And by the way, if you want to pay cheaper, as Marion said, go to Bocconi or go to Sagalan. The schools are cheaper. You got accepted to Sagalan, Hamza. But even though you got accepted, you didn't go there because you thought that, of course, INSEAD outweighs. Well, so basically, I would say that the schools are roughly even. Okay. Now I see that in terms of selectivity of attraction, I see that LBS seems to attract more students than INSEAD does. So that's what I see from outside, but that's something that I see from the outside. I don't have all the data. Thank you very much for coming.